Expect fewer storms on Friday. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center, where you can see from the ultimate Doppler radar, most of the rain is moving to the east, headed to the mountains of North Carolina and beyond. The aerial flood watch by the time you watch this, which will have expired at 8 o'clock, even the green shaded counties will be disappearing and getting back to quote-unquote normal. But the ultimate Doppler radar, presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, shows the last hour, most of it moving pretty rapidly now and trying to work its way out of the picture. But it's interesting to note, take a look at the concerns of at least the local damage reports. We had some flooding in Bearden, 2.5 feet of water covering some roads here. Also, we had some areas around Seymour, flash flooding there, a few road closures in the Seymour area. We had Pigeon Forge problems, roadway flooding at the intersection of Walden's Creek Road and Goose Gap Road. And further east, we head toward Pittman Center, where Greenbrier Road was flooded and closed. So you go further west, there were more damage reports around the Nashville area for wind damage during the course of today. So some strong severe storms for the Southern Valley as well. Just a very active radar today, more than a half a dozen, almost to a dozen flash flood warnings when you add in all the counties. By the way, this weather report brought to you by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. They are my sponsor for this ultimate Doppler radar, but they have 5 convenient locations. Check them out if you need an oil change. Maybe you need your tires rotated or a whole new set of tires. Most of the storms are going to be moving south on Friday, so that's going to put more burden for places like Atlanta all the way down toward the beaches in South Carolina. How much rain did we get? Well, officially 1.79 in the last 24 hours in Knoxville. But you go around, say, Campbell County, La Follette, maybe a half inch. Some purple areas west and south of Jamestown, about 6.5. There were some indications around Sevierville, about 4.5. But some purple areas were crazy. I saw some amounts almost 7, 8. But again, that's Doppler estimated. It's much more reliable if you have an actual rain gauge. But there was a lot of water. A lot of places got over 3, 4 inches of rain, some 5 in parts of Cumberland County, and areas into, say, Blount County, 2.5 in some spots. So very, very rainy, no doubt. If you go to Union County, the amounts were a little more easier to digest, with about 0.85 in central Union County. So that's the actual rainfall added into some Doppler estimated numbers. Tracking these clouds, though, they've been with us virtually all day. There were a few thin spots maybe outside of East Tennessee, and now even as we head toward the evening, we'll expect a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Some of the resolution of this drops off naturally as we're getting closer to sunset, which is around 8:50 tonight. Almanac, high was, anemic because of over 1.5 inches as of 5 p.m., 1.59 when the climate report came out from the National Weather Service. Our high was 73, and that came in the wee hours of the morning. Most of us spent the day in the upper 60s, low 70s. So a little bit of coolness. I was expecting 81, but I did expect it. When it rains, it pours. And when you get this kind of rain and flash flooding, it can have a direct impact on your temperatures. But we did see highs of 73 in Oak Ridge, 73 Athens, looking over toward La Follette, estimated about 72 Sevierville, Greenville. Not showing a number, but around 73 in Greenville, 70 in Sevierville. This is pretty uniform. But if you put this into context, 73 degrees in Knoxville, Memphis was 94, so they were 21 degrees hotter in Memphis, and Tupelo hit 97 today. And our friends in Chattanooga, classic, 90-minute drive, Chattanooga, they were 91 today. We were 73. What a contrast. Headlines: fewer storms on Friday, drier, less humid air on this weekend, and it does turn hotter early next week if you are craving the lower 90s like our friends had in Chattanooga today. It will eventually get back here in due time. Storm Prediction Center, I mentioned some areas of hot spots, scattered severe storms possible in yellow on Friday. We'll take you down toward Atlanta, where there will be some issues, potentially tomorrow. Savannah, perhaps some of the beaches in North Carolina, actually South Carolina, and maybe around Tybee Island, and back toward Memphis. Further north toward the I-95 corridor, D.C., Philadelphia, Big Apple, New York, may have some isolated severe storms, but we'll just expect some thunderstorms, but not nearly the kind of intensity we had today. Here's 11 o'clock tonight. This model still brings some showers back to the area. Now, we'll see if this verifies, but I gotta say, if showers and storms do reappear, they could linger in spots tonight. You'll wake up tomorrow morning and there's like a pullback south toward the Southern Valley, but then it comes back as the front passes by, and that's why I left a 40% chance of rain tomorrow. And most of this, again, is going to work its way gradually to the south, heading in the direction of Atlanta and beyond. High pressure comes in for Saturday. Outside of a stray shower, I think we're looking pretty good for the weekend. And the good news is the humidity will be dropping, in fact, dropping quite a bit in time for the 30th anniversary of the Granger County Tomato Festival. So for tonight, 68 the low, clouds, patches of fog, showers linger. Fog could be locally dense. 68 for Oak Ridge, 67 in Morristown, 68 Newport. That fog may be what characterizes the early part of tomorrow. I'm expecting a high in the mid-80s for Friday. Clouds, hazy sun, 40% chance of showers and storms, 86. And highs around 85 for La Follette, 85 Newport. Looking for a high in Athens, McMinn County, about 87 for Friday afternoon. Looking ahead to the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee, 85 on Saturday, 87 on Sunday. Very warm, if not borderline hot on Monday, but it maybe get a little heat wave. 3 consecutive days at 90 has the potential there on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But who knows, if we squeeze out a 9-0 on Monday, it'll make a 4-day heat wave. So we'll see how that plays out, but more humidity will come back by then. And the lowest humid start will be Sunday, when we're down to 63 degrees. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app. If you just downloaded it this week, you got good use for it today. Lots of information coming in by way of those flash flood warnings, but just keep you and your family safe. That's what it's about. Just search Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. It's very easy to download, free to download, free to use. And I think you'll be impressed because you got Pete Michaels' traffic on there. Just tap the button and it'll play his traffic report, the latest one, at your fingertips. My name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.